Good afternoon, dear students. In this video lecture, I will be discussing ratio and proportion. Now, all of you know what is ratio and what is proportion. I hope we have seen this in our lower class. Ratio and proportion. Now, ratio, it is a comparison of two similar numbers or two similar quantities. For an example, if I say 4 meter and 2 meter, 4 meter clothes and 2 meter clothes, then their ratio will be 4 meter upon 2 meter, 4 cancel, 2 to the 4. So they are in a ratio 2:1. So if I write like 5 kg potatoes and 7 kg lemon. Now see, kg unit is same. So what is the ratio of potato to lemon? Potato to lemon ratio, if I have to take out, so it will be 5 kg upon 7 kg. Kg cancel. So it will be 5:7. Here meter was cancelled, so it was 2:1. So what did you understand? That ratio is always found out between two similar quantities and it does not have any units. So what is the result that we obtained, or what we should note here, that ratio is unitless. That means it does not have any unit like meter, kilometer, centimeter, liter, milliliter. All these units will not be present. It is just a comparison of two similar quantities which will give you only two numbers. Only comparison of two numbers. Now here these two numbers like 2:1, this is called as the term, this is called as second term. This is called as first term, and this is called as second term. Now this first term is also called as antecedent. The mathematical name is called antecedent and this is called consequent. Okay. So what I want to say that you should know the terms like antecedent and consequent. The first term of the ratio is called as antecedent. The second term of the ratio is called consequent. It is a comparison. Ratio is a comparison of two similar quantities having two similar units. If it is given like 4 meter, if it is given like 4 meter and 200 centimeter, then what we have to do? We cannot compare 4 meter by 200 centimeter like this. We have to convert this 4 meter into centimeter. Then here 200 centimeter cancel. Then we will get 2:1. That means we have to convert the given quantity into same unit. Same unit means same quantity, centimeter if it is in meter, and the second number is in centimeter, then we have to convert both of them in centimeter or both of them into meter. Then only we can compare. If I have like 4 kg potato and 2 meter cloth. Now 4 upon 2 is not possible. This comparison is meaningless. Like if I compare you all are studying in class 7. If I compare you all with the class 8 student, is it justified? Is it fair? So the answer will be no, sir. How you can compare us with the class 7? We are lesser. We are in standard 7. They are in standard 8. Their IQ will be more as compared to us. We are physically less grown. They are more physically grown. Like this. So like this, what I want to say, that only similar quantities can be compared. Comparison of our same age, same quantities, same numbers, and ratio is always unitless. So the points to be remembered here is, remembering point, that ratio of like quantities is defined, or you say meaningful. Now first point. Second, ratio of unlike quantities are undefined, are undefined. That means meaningless, meaningless. Here meaningful, it will be meaningful. Meaningful, it is meaningless. Second point. Third point, if I have a ratio A is to B, then A multiplied with K is to B multiplied with K. These both will be having same ratio. They are having same ratio. Ratio is not going to change. Fourth point, if A is to B, two ratios are there, then A by K is to B by K. B by K will have same ratio. Now, one thing you have to remember in these two cases, that K value should not be equal to 0. K should not be equal to 0. Especially in this case, K should not be equal to 0. If K is equal to 0, then I have told you in rational number chapter, I have also told in class 7, class 6 also, but recently in this class only, I have told you in rational number that something by 0, A by 0 is meaningless, that is undefined. So you have to pay attention that the denominator should not be equal to 0. So these are the points that you should remember. Ratio of like quantities are, ratio of like quantities are defined, ratio of unlike quantities are undefined. A is to B, then A into K is equal to B is to the same ratio. If we can multiply with the same positive number or negative number, we can divide with the same positive or negative number, the ratio is not going to alter. Same ratio will remain, means ratio not going to alter. Ratio is not going to change. Ratio is not going to change. Alter means it is not going to change. So this is the meaning of ratio, and this is the introduction of ratio. Now I will be moving on to one or two questions. Before moving on to a question, let's see one thing, that is compound ratio. There are various types of ratios, out of which you have to study only first type, that is compounded ratio. That is compounded ratio. There are various types, but only we have to study the very first type, compounded ratio. Other types are like you have duplicate ratio, triplicate ratio, and all those things which you will study in higher class. Right now we have to study compounded ratio. So what is compounded ratio? Suppose we have two ratios, A is to B and C is to D. Then their compounded ratio will be, compounded ratio is equal to A multiplied with C, B multiplied with D. This will be equal to compounded ratio. Let's take an example, like we have 1 is to 2 and 3 is to 5. These two ratio. Then they may ask, what is the compounded ratio of this? So compounded ratio, you will write, compounded ratio is equal to 1 into 3, new antecedent with antecedent multiplication, consequent with consequent. That means 2 multiplied with 5. So 3 by 10 is the compounded ratio. If I have another number like 1.5 is to 2 and 2.5 is to 5, for an example I am taking. Now what will be its compounded ratio? Compounded ratio will be equal to 1.5 multiplied with 2, this 2, okay, sorry, 2.5 it is, 2.5 upon this 2 consecutive with consecutive, 2 into 5. Now you see, to remove this decimal, what I have to do? 10, 10. This decimal gone. Now 5 3s are 15. Now 5 5s are 5 2s are 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. So it will be 3 upon 8. So this is the compounded ratio of the given number. Now we will see comparison of two ratios. Comparison of two ratios. How to compare two ratios? If I have one ratio 2 by 3, another ratio 5 by 7. Let's take two ratios. Okay. Now we have to say comparison means which of the two is greater than, equal to, or less than. Means we have to see whether they are greater than, less than, or greater than equal to, or less than equal to. Means among these two, which one is greater? In दोनों में which one is greater? So the very easy method is to just make the second term of both the ratio equal. If we will make the denominator of both the ratio to be equal, which means second term, that means consequent equal, we can very easily say that which of the two is greater. Now how to make this? The very first method is by taking the LCM and then converting the denominator into same terms. So what will be the ratio, what will be the LCM of 3 and 7? It will be 21. 3 and 7 LCM will be equal to 21. Now your task will be to 3 multiplied with 7, and here also you have to multiply with 7. If you multiply with 7, in numerator also you have to multiply with 7. Here 5 multiplied with 7 multiplied with 3, here 3. To make it 21, we have multiplied here with 7, here multiplied with 3. So it is 14 by 21 and this is 15 by 21. Now which number is greater? Obviously denominator is same. So the denominator is same, then numerator will decide which number is greater. So 15 by 21 is greater. Or else this was just in case two numbers, or directly you could have done multiplication like this and then this one. 7 2s are 14, 3 5s are 15. 7 2s are 14 and 5 into 3. That means 14 and 15 greater. This was the shortcut method when we have two numbers. When we have more than two numbers, then we should go by LCM method. Shortcut method says that multiply numerator with the denominator and see, and then you will get. This is shortcut method, my dear student. Now long cut method is like this. Now this taking out the LCM will only be easy when you have more than two ratios. More than two ratios means, let us take 1 by 2, 3 by 5, 7 by 3. Okay, these three numbers are there. We have to compare which of the three ratios are greater. Means you have to arrange. If they ask arrange the following numbers in increasing order or decreasing order, these ratios in increasing and decreasing order, then you cannot use this method. It will be, you can use this method, but it will be time taking. Instead of that, you take out the LCM of 2, 5, 3. So LCM of these three will be equal to 30. LCM will be equal to 30. I hope you all can find out. Now you have to multiply 1 multiplied with 15, 2 multiplied with 15 to make the denominator 30. Here 3 multiplied with 6, 5 multiplied with 6. 5 multiplied with 6 is 30, 30. Then 7 into 10 and then 3 into 10, 30. So you got 15 by 30, then 18 by 30, then 70 by 30. Now which number is greatest? The greatest number is this one. Then second comes this. Then third position is this. So 70 by 30 is greater than 80 by 30, greater than 15 by 30. That means 7 by 3 greater than 3 by 5 greater than 1 by 2. In this manner, you can use, when we have more than two numbers, we will be using LCM method. If we have two numbers, then we can directly use cross multiplication like this, and then we can solve. So I hope comparison of two numbers, comparison of two ratios is very easy when we have two numbers, and when we have three numbers, we are going to use LCM. It is very easy, I think, and then you may be able to solve it with ease without wasting any time, without doing any correction, without doing any error. Sorry. Now, how to divide the two numbers? Suppose I have 1 meter of clothes, or say for example, okay, let's say 2 meter clothes. I have 2 meter of clothes, and I have divided this 2 meter of clothes in a ratio 2:5. 2:5 ratio means one portion I have given to someone with a ratio 2:5. This 2 meter cloth is divided into two parts in such a way that one part is having 2 units and the other part is having 5 units. So what is the first quantity? First part formula is you have to see in which ratio they have divided 2. So you write 2 divided by sum of their ratios 2 by 5 multiplied with 2 meter clothes. So it will be 4 by 7 meter. So first part is 4 by 7 meter. Second part is equal to 5 upon 2 plus 5 into 2 meter. So this will be equal to 10 by 7 meter. Now if you add these two, you will get always 2 meters, right? So first person will be getting 4 by 7 meter, second person will be getting 10 by 7. If we divide these 2 meter cloth into two parts in such a way that first person is getting 2 meter, 2 ratios, and this is getting 5 ratios. Now if I have 3, if this same clothes I have to divide into 3 portions in 3 parts, 3 different ratios, like one person is getting 1:2:3. This is 2 meter cloth. Now first part will be equal to 1 by 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 2. So it will be 2 by 6, 1 by 3. Now second part will be equal to 2 by 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 2. That means 4 by 6. 4 by 6 means 2 by 3 meter. Now third part you say it will be 3 by 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 2. That means 6 upon 6. That is 1 meter. So this particular portion is equal to 1 meter. This particular portion is equal to 2 by 3 meter. This particular portion is equal to 1 by 3 meter. So whole this 2 meter cloth is divided into 3 parts in 3 different ratios, and each of them will be getting certain values. So in this way we can divide the number or any quantity into its different parts, into its different ratio. So I hope with this knowledge you all will be able to solve exercise A of this chapter. Now one more thing, my dear student, that whenever you represent any fraction, I have told you should be writing in the simplest form. Rational number should also be written in its simplest form. In the same way, ratios should also be written in its simplest form. That is why I cancelled all this number and then converted into 2 by 3. Here also I cancelled 6 upon 6 is equal to 1. Then I wrote. Here it was 2 by 3. 2 is to 1. 2, 1, 2, 3 are 6. So ratios. So the thing that you should keep in mind, that whenever you represent any number, be it rational, fraction, or anything, ratio and proportion, anything, whatever it is, it should always be in simplest form, because all of us like to be very simple. We like the representation to be very simple and genuine. So in this way, numbers should also be written in simplest form. Thank you.